My top 3 favorite guns. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average random top 3 gun video enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we're going to lighten the mood here on the channel and talk about my top 3 favorite guns. Now, normally I would tell you that these type of videos are cringe, but seeing as how we don't do list videos and seeing as how we never do top 3, bottom 3, whatever type of videos, we're just going to do one here today to lighten the mood on the channel. Now, what I would like for you guys to do is have fun with this. Go down in the description below and list out your top 3 favorite guns. Obviously don't use any incriminating data or anything like that, but just list out what your top 3 favorite guns and why, right? Why are they your top 3? Are they the most tactical guns? Are they the most, good looking guns or aesthetic guns? List out in the comments below, what are your top 3 favorite guns, right? And if it's a dream gun that you don't own yet, well, you can list that too. But I figured this would be a fun video to kind of lighten the mood on the channel and just have a fun time and show you guys my top 3 favorite guns. So we're going to get into it. Also, this will be my favorite kit setup as well. I know I should have done the YouTube thing and made that 2 separate videos, but I'm also going to talk about my favorite kit setup of all time today as well. All they ask you guys to do is like the video and make sure you're actually subscribed. When we get to 40,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing something more tactical and burning down a SIG spear in 308. So if you are not subscribed, or if you have a buddy that's not subscribed, recommend the channel to them and recommend they come over and hang out here on the Trench Grenade channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All these weapons are clear and safe. My first favorite gun, we'll be talking about these things tip to butt or butt to tip or whatever. We'll just go through them, right? But my first favorite gun is an 1894 blued Marlin, and I'll just kind of show you guys what we have going on here. Why do I like this gun before we even get into it? Well, I like this gun because, one, it's gonna it'll make sense here in a little bit, but this gun is so much fun to shoot, okay? And unlike what Marlin's website will tell you, you can get 10 rounds of 38 special, which I know all the tactical guys are clicking off the channel right now, and they're like, Trench, we're only here for the Mark 18s and the cool guy stuff. Well, guess what? You know what's really cool about this gun? You can load it on Sunday and shoot all week. If you know that reference, then get down in the description below. But right there, you can kind of tell why I love this gun so much. The aesthetics, okay? It's so much fun to shoot. 38 Special and 357 Magnum. For home defense, you can load this thing up with, I'll just show you. You can load this thing up with some 357 Magnum that are spicy. This has a lead projectile with a copper hollow point behind it, so you get the best of both worlds of the mushrooming of the lead with the copper projectile like normal. So yeah, you can get some very, very spicy 357 loads. Okay, he said loads, but yes. This thing is beautiful. It does unfortunately have the crossbolt safety, but that's okay because it allows you to go to half cock and then put it back. Once you're on half cock, you can put it back on fire. So now if I had a round in the chamber, all I would have to do is cock it and begin fighting, right? If you want to run the gun that way with one additional round, again, you would simply load the gun, place the crossbolt safety on, lower it carefully to half cock, and then cock it back slightly, and then move the crossbolt safety out of the way. And now I would have one additional round in the chamber of this Marlin 1894. And if I ever had to use it, I would just cock it and then begin working. He said cock it. If you ever need to lower the if you ever want to lower the hammer on a 1894 or a gun like this, again, you want to activate the crossbolt safety, thumb the hammer, very carefully lower it to half cock, pull it back slightly, put the weapon back on fire, and there you go. Now we have an additional round. So why do I like this gun so much? Well, for starters, for new shooters, you get 10 rounds of 38 Special, and they will fall in love with this gun, for sure. You go out there and you start shooting 38 Special through this thing. They get 10 rounds of 38. You know, you got the really aesthetic-looking buttstock side saddle. I had this thing custom made. Yes, I'm a secret FUD. You can post that in the comments below. That Trench is a secret FUD. But I had this thing hand-stitched, and I got to select the color pattern and everything of it. Is real leather with some suede right here. You know, I chose the red color to kind of for the accents of the gun. You can kind of see why a gun like this might be so addicting. So this would definitely be on my list if I had to sell everything tomorrow or run away tomorrow. You know, as easy as it would be to, like, say a 12.5 AR might be the last gun I'd ever sell. I mean, if I'm gonna die, I would rather die with this thing by my side. I know that sounds like super, oh my gosh, he's a FUD. Oh my God, FUD detected. But dude, this thing is so much fun to shoot. It's just the aesthetics. I got this sling from Galco Gun Leather. I'll just kind of show that off here. There's no sponsors on the channel, by the way. Just going to preface that. I have nobody that pays for anything but me, unfortunately, on the channel, but that's kind of like how I like to keep it. But I got this Galco Gun Leather sling that I just love, right? I love it for the aesthetics. I do have it 550 corded on here. That's how I've ran it forever because I'm not an actual FUD, so I don't know how these are supposed to work. So I just 550 corded this thing with some additional 550 cord in the front, and guess what? That's how I run my Galco Gun Leather sling on this thing. And dude, like with the side saddle, with the additional 38 specials, I'll just kind of show you guys there. Between that, like, look at that. That's a vibe for sure. Imagine getting butt stalked to death by a dude in a trench named Trench Grenade that does cringy top 3 videos and also has a side saddle with leather and suede. Yeah, you're going to want to short stroke it with that one. But anyway, this would definitely be my number one. I don't know if I don't want to put these like 1 to 3, but this is definitely on the list of my top 3 for sure. Last guns that I would ever sell. I mean, I love it. Marlin 1894, 38 special, 357. Dude, the muzzle velocity and the energy that you're getting out of a rifle length barrel with 357 Magnum is above handgun ranges of 44 Magnum out of a handgun, if that makes sense. So this would be like shooting a 44 Magnum handgun, a little bit spicier than a 44 Magnum handgun due to the velocity that you're getting. Then you would get 9 rounds of 357, right? With a rifle length barrel. For a FUD gun, that's pretty good, right? Now that would definitely put somebody, put them in the dirt with the stopping power. Anyway, we'll stop talking about, well, I guess my first favorite gun, the Marlin 1894. Again, it's just a good, you know, wooden, blued, classic look. Okay, we'll get this thing out of the way and we'll move on to the next one. Post your predictions. I'll take the 10-second pause here as I put my baby down. Post your predictions what the remaining 2 guns are going to be. Some of you guys already know. Okay, which one first? We'll do this one right here. So, like I said, this also goes in line with my favorite kit. The number 2 gun is definitely going to be my 3-inch Python because 3 inches is a Magnum and 3 inches is a Python. Boom. So why the Pythons? Well, in my generation growing up, these were unobtainium. So until Colt decided to come out and start making them again, it was impossible to be able to even own one without spending way too much money, right? So, and I'll just kind of articulate for all the Zoomers out there. The reason why the Python is so aesthetic and awesome is this lockup right here. When the hammer is cocked, the lockup is extremely tight, and that is amazing, right? You can dry fire with these. I do. I dry fire with mine all the time, okay? The triggers are amazing. Like once you get past 100 rounds, break in, I guess, just to let the trigger kind of smooth up a little bit. It's amazing. On double action and single action, these things are amazing. You can get snap caps to protect the gun even more, but I'll just kind of show you my baby here. 3-inch Magnum Python, okay? 3 inches. 3 inches is almost too much. It's too much, right? You don't need anything more than 3 inches. But yeah, obviously this thing is amazing. Colt coming back and making these is a gift for sure, especially if you're a secret FUD like I am. And yeah, I'll show you the kit that goes with it here in a second. But if you're in the market and you're like, Trent, should I get a Python or a Smith & Wesson? If you're going to own it forever and you're going to love that thing forever, I definitely recommend a Python for sure. They're good. They're nice to look at. They have amazing triggers. The craftsmanship is there. The lockup and I'll just kind of try to show you here. The lockup is incredible. These do not have an exposed hammer, so you can dry fire them. Okay, guys. Now a lot of guys will use snap caps. I don't. I just do what I do, right? The cylinder release is a pull back, push out situation here. Okay, so you pull back, push out. If you want another video on how to actually use this thing, I think I have a couple videos on the channel. But if you want an updated video on how to actually use this thing for like personal protection, home defense, whatever, very briefly, okay, you would shoot all 6. Okay, when you'd get behind cover, open the gun up with your right hand, holding it with your left hand, or you're non-firing. Hit the ejector rod with your hand, okay? And then you would turn the gun, grab your next, I'll go over that here in a second. Grab your next speed loader, drop the speed loader in, turn it, close it, and then you're back in the fight. So yes, these are usable. They're not going to be as fast as like I wish I had my M18 sitting here, but not going to be as fast as like your 320s or your Glock 17s or Glock 19s, but they are still usable. So that is my 3-inch Colt Python. I'm going to show you guys the kit because the kit is honestly half the battle. This is a Galco gun leather shoulder holster. I'll put it on after I show it to you for the vibes, okay? Vibe counter right there. Boom. Okay, so you got the Miami Classic. I mean, this thing is just, you can't tell me, even if you're a zoomer and you're not into like revolvers or whatever, you can't tell me that's not a vibe right there. And you do get 2 speed loaders. So I'll just put this thing on for you guys. And I think you will be able to understand why. This is definitely on the list here. Here we go. Okay, you always want to make sure that the back is centered. I guess the back, the diamond in the back, that everything is centered up on your back, and that way it's distributing the weight properly. And there you go. Now you can drive a vehicle, do whatever you need to do. Simply clear that garment or clear that arm, okay? And you're good to go. So when reholstering is really the only sketchy part. What I like to do is put my thumb on top of the hammer, make sure it's in a safe direction, sweep down, reholster, and then clip it up. Good to go. And you are ready to rock, ready to roll with the Galco gun leather shoulder holster. 4 speed loaders, super easy. You have your speed loaders in there. The way it works is when you drop them in, you turn this, okay? And then it will simply drop the bullets into the gun, okay? So I know, super fuddy, but I mean, 6 rounds of 357 Magnum cast lead with hollow points is still not something to sneeze at. I use the HKS speed loaders for this thing, and they have worked nicely, okay? Again, those just go straight into here. You do need a dry fire if you're gonna use these, okay? But you get 2 additional, 12 extra rounds and 2 different speed loaders for the shoulder holster. You can also get speed strips, which I do not recommend because it's not as useful, but boom, there you go. Definitely a vibe. So my number 2 pick would definitely be my 3-inch, because 3 inches is a Magnum Python. Okay. Now, if you got this far, I want you to leave a cowboy hat because I am a secret FUD and you're finding out here today. My last pick, a lot of you guys already know where this is going. Boom. It's going to be my 4 1/4 inch Magnum, 357 Magnum Python, Colt Python. Okay. Yeah, that's too much is what Nighthawk. I mean, I'll show you guys how long this barrel is. I mean, that's huge. That's big, blued, little black there, and that's too much. That's just way too much. But yeah, we'll get into the gun, I guess, first. This thing is, it's something, that's for sure. Look at this. I'll just give you guys a look, and I'll shut up for a second. It almost, the camera will not even focus because the bluing on the gun is so excellent. There you go. There's the FUD in me coming out again. But yeah, look at these grips. You got the Colt inlay and gold. If you notice on my silver or stainless 3-inch Python, they were silver to match the gun. These are gold to kind of match the vibe of this gun, okay? And yep, this thing is something else for sure. I'll show you guys the lock up here. I mean, it's something. I mean, you get what you pay for with these things. The craftsmanship is there. I mean, a 4 1/4 inch, 38 special, 357 Magnum, Colt Python. I mean, dude, really can't beat it. Definitely going to be in my collection. I'm not planning on having kids, but if I were to have kids, I would pass them down. So I guess when I get old and crusty, I'll give it to one of you guys as my children, right? So boom. But yeah, this gun, is definitely, this blue Python is definitely on the top 3 list for sure. And it'll make sense now. So now that we've seen both of my snakes, both of my Pythons, both of my Magnums, whoa. Now that you've seen both of my, my favorite handguns, we'll holster this thing up real quick and I'll show you guys the kit. This thing is awesome, okay? Now, you got a Galco gun leather kit. The reason why the speed loaders are next to the gun on the right side is because that is going to be your priority ammo. Same thing with the shoulder holster. So you got 2 speed loaders on here, okay? And then you'd have 2 speed loaders on your right side on the body. And then everything on the left side of your body would be these 6-round ammunition pouches. You can see I have 2 additional. So most guys would only have 2 to 3 on here. I have a ton all the way around the gun because I like to actually shoot this thing more than just aesthetics. So if you can see here, I'll try to hold it so you guys can see. I have a ton of these pouches, right? These pouches, I'll show you in a second, all hold 6 bullets, okay? 38 Special or 357 Magnum, whichever you choose. Obviously, I would recommend you would shoot 357 Magnum if you're going to be using this for any sort of defensive load or anything like that. He said load. But yeah, the craftsmanship is definitely there with the Galco gun leather belts. And guess what? I'll show you, we'll take the gun out. That way it's not flinging around all over the place. Well, I'll show you guys. So you open it up and these 6 rounds would come out. It would separate from the actual belt. That way you could get to them and buy 2. Why are they buy 2? Because you load 2, you shoot 2, load 2. Okay, you shoot 2, load 2 with a revolver, same as a shotgun. Where do you think I got that from, right? So it comes out away from the body, do not come out away from the body. You got a bunch of 38 Specials in here that I've been shooting, and there you go. That's how you would load with all these individual pouches, right? Ammunition pouches. So obviously it goes without saying that this entire kit setup, right? If you were to take the 4 1/4 on the belt to be the belt gun, right? That would be your primary handgun, boom. And the Galco gun leather belt. And then you were to take your 3-inch boom as like an emergency handgun on the shoulder holster, okay? So now you got your emergency shoulder holster gun, and then you have your rifle, 9 to 10, there we go, 9 to 10 rounds with your rifle here, with your Marlin 1894. I mean, you guys do the math, you can see why the FUD in me just loves this thing. Like, this entire setup, it's too much fun. When you go out to the range, you know, you throw the old Texas State Trooper cowboy hat on that I got gifted as an honorary Texas State Trooper from doing a bunch of training and training those guys up and guys and gals up. So you throw on the Texas State Trooper hat, you go out to the range with some like a Mexican poncho or whatever. Dude, it's just way too much fun. And I feel like this video needed to be done to just lighten the mood here on the channel and to give you guys my top 3 guns. Now that I've shown you my barrel, okay, that's too long. Now that I've shown you my barrels, I want you guys to tell me, what is your like, I'll never separate with collection? What does it look like? And for the guys that are like 21, 22, that are just coming up in this game and they're getting all the Glocks and they're getting their SIGs or whatever you're buying, getting your Daniel Defense and your BCMs, maybe buy a couple guns along the way that you're gonna want to look back at, and guns that are gonna make you happy. Because yeah, functional fitness or like functional aesthetics of a polymer or double stack 2011 or whatever it is that you're deciding to rock, that stuff's all cool, right? But at the end of the day, all of us are gonna die, spoiler alert on that. And guess what? You might want to have fun. It's a crazy concept. If having fun for you is getting some sort of like PPSH 41, like tax stamped out, and you go to the range and you dump mag after mag of 7.62 Tokarev, then I'm all about that, dude. I just don't have that kind of money. So buy something here and there that makes you happy. That's why you guys know I'm all about like jewelry and stuff like that. You guys know I rock chains and I rock the jewelry. I'll rock some watches, some rings, stuff like that. You know, here's actually my, I swear I'm not trying to steal from Nothing Fancy, but here's my Sangen instruments. You guys have seen this on the channel a ton. This is a Overlord Paratrooper exclusive Sangen, okay? But yeah, you can tell I like nice things, okay? I like nice things, and it's important for you guys to enjoy life and enjoy nice things. And if nice things for you are an 1894 Marlin and 357 Magnum, or if it's whatever it is for you, make sure you guys enjoy life and don't get so caught up in all the craziness and all the craziness of the world, right? So I'm going to load up my revolvers, and guess what? I have promised family time to Nighthawk, so I'm going to get you guys out of here. Thanks for being here. Like the video. Comment down below your top 3 guns. Let me know if this was a refreshing video on the channel. It was for me, so hopefully it was for you guys. And until next time, as we trench grenade your average, remember, Kings, 4¼ inches is a Magnum. It's a Python. It's too much, okay? Keep that snake sheathed up. All right, guys, I'm out of here.